Here's the technique that we learned in class today to make fraction subtraction problems a little bit easier. It's based on a technique that you can use to do mental math with whole numbers. Let's take just a quick review of that technique. Let's say I go to the store and I have $12 in my pocket. And I buy something that costs $9. And so I know I'm going to have $3 left. I need the $3 to buy my lunch on the way home. When I get to the counter, however, they tell me they're sorry, that item was mislabeled. It really costs $10. Now I'm bummed because I needed that $3 to buy my lunch, and I know that with my $12 I'm not going to have enough left. But fortunately for me, I happen to see a friend who's there in the store, and as I explain that, my friend says, "Oh, no problem, I will loan you $1." So the price of the item went up, but the amount of money that I had also went up by $1, and I'm left with the same amount. These two subtraction problems both have the same answer, even though they're different problems. Now, you can use that in mental math. We talked about, let's say I have 272 minus 99. Subtracting 99 is tough. Subtracting 100 is easy. So if I add 1 to the 99, that's 100. If I add 1 to the 272, so I'm taking away one more, but I'm taking it away from one more than I had, the answer is going to be the same. 200 minus 100 is 173. And if you do this by writing it out and do the borrowing, you'll find that 272 minus 9 is also equal to 173. So again, I'm subtracting one more than the original problem, but I'm subtracting it from one more than in the original problem, and the difference between the two of them stays the same, 173. You can often use that to make whole number problems easier. It's also a great tool for making problems with fractions easier. Let's take a look at 3 1/8 minus 1 5/8. It would be easier if the number that I was subtracting was a whole number. If I were going to add something to 1 5/8 to make it a whole number, I could add 3/8. Then it would become 2. And I'm going to increase 3 1/8 by the same amount. So I will add 3/8 here as well. And then that becomes 3 4/8. And I've made this into a new problem that will give me the same answer. That's a lot easier to do. 3 4/8 minus 2 is 1 4/8, which reduces to 1 1/2. You try this one. 2 1/5. Let's make that 12 1/5 minus 3 4/5. You try it, pause the video, give it a try, and then I'll come back when you unpause it and I'll show you the work. All right. You should have seen that if I add 1/5 to 3 4/5, that'll give you 4. That's a whole number. Now I have to add the same amount to this side. I'm going to add 1/5. So this gets bigger by the same amount, 12 2/5. This number is 1/5 bigger. This one's also 1/5 bigger. So when I subtract them, I should get the same answer as in the original problem. 12 minus 4 is 8 2/5. There you go.